What's up, taters? Welcome to my channel, The Treehouse News. And do you guys remember this lady from this was a big scandal last year. So this chick, end up, having relations with all these men, and everybody was making jokes about it. That when they first got investigated, they all lied, and then all of a sudden, after the third-party investigation, come to find out, like, she was boinking all of them except for the chief. This is the chief. The chief and her didn't boink. I don't think so. It was just these other 5 guys. But he knew about it and didn't do anything. Well, guess what? I never did keep up with the case since, she filed a lawsuit. Guess what? She got awarded $500,000 settlement in order to drop the suit. But that's not the most mind-blowing part. The most mind-blowing part is she's trying to pretend that she's the victim. She's saying that these guys, you know what? Let me just read the article and also show you the news, because I have a video clip from a local news station that also goes into details from that city. This is going to trip you guys out. Y'all ready for this? Megan Hall, the only female officer fired in connection to the LA Laverne Police Department sex scandal, has reached a $500,000 settlement with the city after dismissing a federal civil rights lawsuit against the department and her former co-workers. Hall and 4 other officers were fired in January 2023 after an investigation showed she and the other male officers were bumping uglies on the job, okay, and then lied about it. The lawsuit filed in February 2023 alleged Hall was a victim of sexual harassment while being groomed. How? Girl, you gotta be kidding. She said she was groomed. She just did. How? Girl, please, okay? Now, I just want you guys to understand, I used to be a police officer. That is not possible, okay? You have a gun on your hip. Jeez Louise. Anyway, she claimed that, she was groomed for sexual exploitation. Since the sex investigation made national headlines, lawyers said that that Hall has been subjected to public ridicule and negative publicity. It also has thought her attempts to regain employment. Megan Hall was vulnerable. Oh my God, where's the violin music? Was a vulnerable and optimistic 24-year-old woman who had applied to be a police officer in the city of Laverne, the lawsuit said. Where Ms. Hall sought role models at her new job, she instead found predators. I had no idea. Guys, I swear to God, I had no idea. She was saying Lord, what? Did you literally take a picture like this? What in the world? He must have been constipated that day. I cannot believe she's playing the victim here. Like, literally playing the victim. The now dismissed lawsuit named the city of Laverne alongside Fire Police Chief Burrow Chip Davis and Sergeant Lewis Powell and Henry Ty McGowan as defendants. It claimed Davis, Powell, and McGowan, among others, used their authority to manipulate and exploit. Girl, child, please. Now you try to say you're exploited? I had no idea that she now turned the tables around to make herself look like the victim. When I was a police officer, yes, you get flirt with. There's a lot of, jokes, but it's no big deal because you're a grown individual. You know how to use your words. No, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what was, if you're a female police officer, people are going to make advances to you all the daggone time. You just use your words and say no. Other than that, you go to human resources or you go to the chief. Oh God, oh man, I'm sorry, I had to do a video on this one. This was amazing. So here's the video clip from a local news station within that city.
Thank you, Katie. You may remember the eyebrow-raising scandal that rocked the Laverne Police Department. We first told you about the mess in January of last year. The shocking details sounded like a bad movie script, made national news, as 5 officers and then the police chief all fired. The city then found itself facing a lawsuit filed by a former female officer. Well, tonight word comes the city has settled the case with a hefty payment. Our Nikki Hauser heard directly from city leaders.
She got laid and paid. That's what I'm going. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I am going to put that on the thumbnail. I swear to God. It just came to me. She got laid and paid $500. She got 5 guys and $500,000. Girl, you better invest that wisely.
After that scandal, former police officer Megan Hall sued the city. Then tonight, over a year later, the city of Laverne held a special meeting in which they decided they would pay out Megan Hall $500,000, officially ending that lawsuit.
Motion to approve as it is written here.
It took less than 5 minutes.
No.
Alderman Hobbs?
Aye.
Alderman Haas?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Dunn?
Aye.
Motion passes.
For the Laverne city leaders to say yes, they'll pay former police officer Megan Hall $500,000.
Wow.
What message does that send to all the other employees?
Alderman Dennis Waldron was the only dissenting vote.
He's sending a message out to everybody in the world, said, come to Laverne, sue Laverne because they're going to settle.
The city as a whole now...
Honey, let me tell you something. It tells more... That's telling more than that. I can't believe she played a victim. They groomed me. I had no choice. I couldn't say no because they wouldn't stop asking me.
Agreeing to pay Hall, but denying any admission of liability.
It's hard being in the minority.
This after the story of the Laverne police sex scandal exploded early last year, revealing a pattern of inappropriate activity inside the department. Reports detail sex between officers on duty and on city property, intimate photos and videos shared among officers, and silence from the police chief, who was clued into what was happening.
Convince her to engage in sexual activity that she didn't want to.
She was not convinced. I don't think she needed to be convinced at all. I'm sure all they had to do was ask. Oh my God. They convinced a grown woman with a lethal weapon on the side of her head. This is amazing.
Hall and her lawyer claim it was a hostile work environment that groomed her.
While I was aspiring to protect my community, the Laverne Police Department was not protecting me.
She...
What? She is so full of it. If she felt that she was being exploited, as she says, and she couldn't go to the chief, she could have went to the superintendent, or she could have went to the mayor, or, you know what I'm saying, or the city council, or human resources. Okay? I mean, like, you could not, when you are a police officer, you cannot play that victim card that you were forced and groomed by these grown men, and you're a grown woman yourself? Oh my God, dude. This is amazing. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sure some of you all who are listening to this right now probably knew this already. This came as a shock to me. I had no idea that she was playing the victim. This is literally, he took a picture just like this. Why did they let him take a picture like this? But she literally played the victim. She got $500,000.
Along with 4 other officers and the police chief were fired. Hall talked to News Channel 5 about the affair early last year.
I know what most people are saying, You know, you could have said no.
Yeah, you could have said
I
no.
get it. But my response to them is that I did say no, and he wouldn't take it for an answer.
Then you continue to say no. You continue to say no. And then you go ahead and go to the human resources. You go and complain. You go and file a complaint. You don't keep saying no. Okay. But she's lying, dude. She's lying. There's no such thing as I continue to say no. I continue to say no over and over again. And then they wore me down. And next thing I know, I was on my back with my legs up in the air. And I was saying, no, this is so wrong. I got a husband. He loves me. We're breaking our vows right now. I can't. Child, please. Wow.
Eventually, I gave in from pressure.
Yeah,
Wednesday's vote ends both.
I'm sorry. I know you guys are like, Tria saying she wanted it. Yeah, she wanted it. I used to be a police officer. Okay? Now, nobody at my police department was worth me. Ew. Every last one of them were disgusting. But don't think they didn't try and flirt it with me. And the deputy sheriffs at other police departments too. Like this is just it just happens. But I did not want them. And I said no. And my no's meant no. But it's like I cannot tell you at all the time that I was there, okay, that I ever felt pressured, that I ever thought I was gonna cave in. That was never on my mind. She's lying. She wanted these guys, and the fact that they had pictures and passing around. First of all, the chief should definitely been fired for this, which he was. And every last one of those knucklehead guys who engaged with this chick, you know what I'm saying, they deserve being fired too. Like, I mean, you got so many civilian women out there that want these guys. Why would you, I guess you could say, eat where you take a dump? Why would you do that? That's just crazy.
Lawsuit against the city and against 3 of her former superiors in the department.
We have improved a lot.
As the city still works to rebuild trust in the public eye. Nikki Hauser, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Nikki. The city says their insurance provider will pay the $500,000 to Hall. They say it's a gross settlement, including court costs, attorney's fees, and expenses. To be clear, they say it's not taxpayer money, and the city adds that they still deny any admission of liability.
Wow. Wow. $500,000. And she, by the way, she's still with her husband. So I guess he's going to stand by his sweetie. And she just can't, no police department is going to hire her. And as of today, she still hasn't worked for another police department. And that's going to be the case. Now, she's just bad news, but I just wanted to update you guys because this was amazing. So, let me know what you think by leaving a comment below this video. Don't forget to give me a like, and if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, taters.